Hi, everyone. My name is Jonathan. I'm here to demonstrate a system that helps collaborate with researchers and clinicians to identify and manage problematic high-order drug-to-drug interaction and find safer alternatives through our comprehensive review. So as you can see, this is a dashboard of our system. It comprises of, we have on the dashboard menu, we have the dashboard, we have the review queue, we have the admin panel. So I'm going to start from the dashboard. So on the dashboard, you can see we have the add HDDI data, and you can see the review queue as well. So down here, we see different data information of HDD combination added. So these are going to be all the combinations that have been added into the system. These are going to be all the clinician reviews that have been completed. These are going to be all the teams that are going to be logged into the system, either the research team or the clinician. It's going to be the uptime of our system. Then we have some informations right here, researchers data input. So easy to use forms for researchers to input problematic HDD findings and severity metrics. Here we have clinician review system where clinicians can review the system and evaluate problematic interactions, as well as the data management capabilities. So I'm going to do a quick demo right here. I'm going to start from the admin panel. So on the admin panel, we have manage, you can manage system settings, data, user permissions for high order drug-to-drug interactions. So this is an overview where we have, as you can see on this overview, we have awaiting reviews, we have accepted, we have rejected, we have total decisions. You can see all the metrics right here. And then we have the data management where you can either clear the database. Here I just created a quick demo data button to help us create more data. So you can see demo data created successfully, 3 HDD interactions added. So we can, researchers can actually come to the create HDD button right here. As you can see right here, you can create different interactions. So let me just do a quick demo. Let's say I'll go with opioid triplet. You can see right here, we have different drug informations right here. You can either delete, add more drugs to this interaction, as many as you want to add. And then when you're done adding all your interactions, you can click on next. So the next takes you to the research metrics. Here is where you put in informations like the moderate significant, that's the severity. You can put the domain information right here, whether it's anti-diabetics, anticoagulants, opioid cardiology, or any of the informations that you deem fit for this section. And then we have the first discovery rate section where you can either increase or based off of the discovery rate, as well as the OR ratio, that's the odd ratio, the confidence interval upper bound, as well as the lower bound, and as well as the data source. So you can impute the data source of your interaction research. And when you're done and you're comfortable with everything, you can click on the next. So this next button takes you to the step 3 where you can add alternative combinations. So you can add safer alternative high order combinations right here, as many as you can. You can add as many as you want to add, right? Here I have, and then you can add the p-values as well as the ATC code, which are optional. Here I've added just 2 alternatives, just for demo purposes. So you can review what you have at the end of the day. You can do a quick review. So that's when you click on the review button, it takes you to the review and submit. So you see your interaction right here. This is what you've imputed as the HDD interaction, as well as the information metrics right here. You can see the alternatives right here. There are 2 alternatives in this case, and then you can submit. So when you submit this, it goes into the review queue, right? So here, as you can see right now, we don't have, even if I refresh this, we don't have any decisions yet because clinicians have not done any review. So when the clinician comes to the review queue, they can see the metrics right here that they have 5 awaiting reviews. They have significant risk 3 significant risk items as well as the moderate items right here. So this page has all the information for a clinician to look at what they have to do. So these are a list of some, as well as what we just created right now, which is right here. But this is a list of data that has already been preoccupied into the system, coming from the researchers. So let's say the clinician clicks on the first one. He sees the information right here. He sees the interaction right here. He sees the information and all that stuff. And then he sees the alternative combination. So the clinicians can decide to say, okay, out of this interaction and out of the alternatives, right here, which in this case we have 3, they can decide to, like, okay, after doing their reviews, say, okay, I think the first one or the second one or the third one or both 3 are good enough, so I'm going to go with this. So in this particular first demo, I'm going to accept 3. So I'm going to accept 1, 2, 3 of them, and I'm going to click on the accept button and put a note. Let's say as a note, good to go, and submit. So this goes into the if I go back to the admin and I go to the decision panel, you can see that we have one decision already, and it's on the accepted. If you click on the accepted, rejected, none, accepted, we see we have one accepted interaction from the clinician. So here you can see what information clinician notes, good to go, and what they accepted right here. You can see that they accepted all the alternatives right here. Showing right at the bottom. So, and then mind you, this information, whether accepted or rejected, is being stored into the database, because moving forward, that is the database we are now going to use. Let me go back right here to the dashboard. It's going to be right here. You can see all the clinicians review completed as well, because this is the information we are going to be using to put into to help our AI system to be able to predict drug-to-drug interaction for users. So this is the information we're going to be using. So it's going to be based off of all the data we've been able to accumulate, and able to the decisions the clinicians have been able to accept is what we are going to be using to put into our AI system to help us give us better decisions at the end of the day. But this is what the system does. I'm going to do one more quick demo. Let's say the clinician comes here and says, okay, right here they have just one alternative. This is the information, and it doesn't go well after doing his research. This information is not well aligned. He can either click on no alternative, because it's going to reject at this moment, because he doesn't want this alternative. He's not going with this, so he's going to reject as well. As click on the reject and says no valid information, and clicks on submit. So he does submit this. On the other end, the researchers can actually see that we have total decisions right here: 2, 1 rejected, 1 accepted, awaiting review, still 3. They can look at the decision history and see that we have the accepted one with the clinician notes, no valid information, as well as the accepted one. So this architecture helps both clinicians and researchers to collaborate in one system, fostering quicker interaction at both ends, and keeping the data at one point, because at the end of the day, it's this data we're going to be using for moving forward to make other decisions. So this is what the system is all about. Thank you for watching.